Hello dear students, welcome back to the maths class. In today's class we are going to start new chapter, that is chapter 5 decimals. Chapter 5 decimals, which is on book page number 78. So till now we have discussed, in first chapter we have discussed more on large numbers. In chapter 2 we have discussed operations on large numbers, right? In chapter 3 we have discussed, what we have discussed in chapter 3? Factors and multiples, right? In chapter 4 we have discussed fractions, and chapter 5 is decimals. So fractions you already know, right? What is fraction? In fraction numerator is there, division bar is there, and denominator is there, right? Fraction is a share of a whole. We have discussed these things, right? Now our topic is decimal. So decimals are related to fractions. So fractions having 10, 100, 1000, comma dash dash, it 10,000, 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, 1 lakh, etc. as denominator are called decimal fractions. It means, for example, if I write 1 upon 10, 1 upon 10 is a fraction. You know that here 1 is a numerator, this is division bar or upon bar, or 10 is a denominator. So I have written fractions having 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, 1 lakh, etc. as denominators are called decimal fraction. So 1 upon 10 is called as 1 upon 10 is called as tenths, T-E-N-T-H-S, tenths place. 1 upon 10 is called as tenths place. Is called as tenths place. 1 upon 100. 1 upon 100. Here 1 is numerator, 100 is denominator. 1 upon 100, it is a fraction. 1 upon 100 is called as hundreds. Not hundreds. We remember TH is there. Here also TH is there. It is not tenths place. It is tenths place. It is hundreds place. 1 upon 1000. 1 upon 1000 is a fraction. Here 1 is a numerator, 1000 is a denominator. 1 upon 1000 is called as thousands. It is not thousands, right? It is not thousands place. It is thousands place. We remember here TH is there. Okay? TH is there. So we remember. So now these fractions, 1 upon 10 is a fraction, 1 upon 100 is a fraction, 1 upon 1000 is a fraction. These fractions can be represented in decimal number also. Which simply means I can write this 1 upon 10 as 0, 1 upon 10 as 0.1. I can write this 1 upon 100 as 0.01. I can write this 1 upon 1000 as 0.001. We will learn how to write these fractions as decimal in later, but I am explaining that these the numbers having point are called as decimal numbers. The numbers having numerator and denominator are called fractional numbers. The numbers which have points are called decimal number. So 0.1 is a decimal number. 0.01 half point, it means it is also a decimal number. Here 0.001, this number has a point, it means it is a decimal number. So whenever you see any number having point, you will call it as a decimal number. Okay? So I hope you got what kind of number we call decimal numbers. The numbers having point are called as decimal numbers. The numbers having numerator and denominator part are called as fractional numbers. The numbers which don't have any denominator, like a number 12, it is simply written, it means it is a whole number. But if I write something in its denominator, now it is a fractional number. But if there is nothing in the denominator, it means it is a whole number. It is a whole number, it is a fractional number, and it is a decimal number. Now you understand this. Let us discuss some more things about decimal. Decimal point is always used after the units place. Decimal point is always used after the units place. Suppose I have a number 391.989. So here 1 is located at ones place. 1 is at units place or 1 is at ones place. The place of 1 is ones place. Ones place. Here 9 is at tens place. 3 is at hundreds place. Hundreds place. You know the place value chart, right? We have discussed the place value chart in previous lectures also, in chapter 1 also. So 1 is at ones place, 9 is at tens place, 3 is at hundreds place. But the numbers, the digits after the decimal, it is a decimal point, right? The places after the decimal will be what? You know that it is 1 is ones place, 9 is at tens place, 3 is at hundreds place, and if some more numbers, some more digits to the right of 3 will be, you know the places, right? After hundreds place, left to hundreds place, which place come? Thousands place, then 10,000 place, then lakhs place, then 10 lakhs, likewise, right? But what is the place of 9 here? What is the place of 8 here? What is the place of this 9 here? So we remember, after the decimal, it is 10th place. It is 10th place. It is 10th place. We remember th here. Then it is 8 is at hundreds place. Then this 9 is at thousandth place. There is a small difference. of the places. Okay, here only s is there, but here ths is there. Ths is there after the decimal point. Okay, we put decimal point after ones place. We put decimal point after ones place. We remember these things. These are the place values. Okay, I have written. Now it is our decimal number, right? Why? Because this number has a point here. It is our decimal number. Now the digits to the left, the digits to the left of the decimal point, it is what? It is our decimal point. Decimal point, right? This point is decimal point. Now the digits left, the number left to the decimal point is called as a whole number. Is called as whole number. So 391 is left to the decimal point, is written left to the decimal point, means this number is called as a whole number. This number is called as whole number. These all are the basic of decimals, so please be careful and try to learn all these in this lecture only. The number, the digits left to the decimal point are known as whole number. Okay, and the digits written right, the digits written right to the decimal point are, this is the right side, right? This is the right side, this is the left side. Digits at left side or the number at left side is known as whole number, and the digits at right side are, this part is known as decimal part. This part is known as decimal part. Okay, it is a whole number part, it is a decimal number part, and this point is decimal point. We remember at right side decimal part is there, at left side whole number part is there. Now how to read a decimal number? Now how to read a decimal number? Suppose I am writing a decimal number 25 point. Okay, I have written a decimal number in front of you, right? How you will read this number? It is a decimal number. How you will read? So there is a way. While reading a decimal number, decimal part is read as separate digit. Means it is a decimal number, right? How we will read it? So we will read, this is a whole number, right? At left side to the decimal, whole number is there. It is a whole number. It is a whole number and it is decimal part, right? Now I want to read this number. So how I read? We read whole number together. And decimal part separately. Means 25 I can read it as 25. 25. Then point is there, so I simply write point 25 point. Now as I told, decimal part we read separately. Means I will read this 6, 8, 1, 2 as separately, like 6, 8, 1, 2. Means how I read this number 25.6812, not like 25.6812. Means decimal part I will not read together. How we read decimals? Now you understand how we read? We read whole number together and the decimal part separately. Means each digits I will read individually. So 25.6812. Suppose I have a number 112.26. So it is a wrong way of reading a decimal number. It is a decimal number. It is a decimal number, right? Here 112 is a whole number and this 2 and 6 is a decimal part. So how I will read? I will read this whole number together. That is 112. This is decimal, so don't forget to read this. Don't forget to read this point or this decimal point. 112.26 is a wrong way of reading decimal. 112.26. 112.26. Decimal part is 26, right? So we read decimal part as individual or separately. So I will read this 26. 112.26 is the correct way of reading this decimal number. 112.26 is the correct way of reading a decimal number. Means we read decimal part separately. So open page number 82 of exercise 5.1. Open page number 82, exercise 5.1. Exercise 5.1, which is on page number 82. Read the question number 1. Question number 1 is read and write the number names of the following. Means you need to read the numbers and write their number names also. Question number 1, part A. 25.12. Should I read it like this? 25.12? No. Why? Because we read the decimal part separately. So I will read this number as 25.12 and number name is 25 point. Be remember you need to write this decimal as you speak. The same way you need to write in words, okay? The number name you write as you speak. So 25.12. Part B, a number is given that is 138.123. So how I will read this number? I will read this whole number. Left side is a whole number and right side is decimal part. So this left side I will read together. So 138 I will read together. How we can read this number? 138. So 138. Then I see a decimal, so I will write decimal point or point. 138 point, so 138.123. I write these decimal parts separately. So 1, 2, 3. So this is how we read any decimal number and we write its number name. Now part C. Part C, 781.001. Now read this number. So 781 is a whole number. So we will read these three digits together. And 001 is written in decimal part. So we will read it as separately. Read this number. Whole number we read together. That is 776. 781. Then decimal point is there, so write point. 781 point. Read these digits separately as they are written in decimal part. So 001 is written, so we will write 001. 001. 781.001. Now one more I am doing for you. An E, F, G, H you need to write by your own. I am doing D for you, that is 212.51. How you will read this number? Again, this part left to the decimal, this part is whole number, right? So we know that we read whole number together. So we will read this 212 together as 212. So I am writing 212. 212. Then I observe a point here, so I am going to write point. Now this 51 is written in the decimal part, and we know that we read decimal part separately. So I will write this as 51. So 212.51 is the correct way of reading this number. Now the remaining ones, that is E, F, G, H, try by your own. So what we have discussed what is decimal number, right? Which numbers are whole number in decimal number and which are decimal part in a decimal number, and how to read a decimal number we have learned it. How to read and write a decimal number. Now moving further. Your next question is, write the expanded form of the following decimal numbers. Write the expanded form of decimal numbers, right? Question number 2, part A. Given number is 23.7. 23.7 is your first given number and you want to write its expanded form. It is decimal number. Leave it for some time. If I am writing a number here, write expanded form. If I ask you to write expanded form of 1123, then how you write expanded form of this number? 1 is at which place? 1 is located at 1. Here 3 is located at 1's place, 2 is located at 10's place, 1 is located at 100's place, and this one is at 1000's place. So what you do to write expanded form? This 1 will multiply with 1000, right? Then plus this one is multiplied with its place, that is hundreds. Then plus 2 is at 10's place, so you will multiply 2 with 10, plus 3 is at 1's place, so you will multiply 3 with 1. Now 1, 1, 2, 3 is equals to 1 into 1000 is 1000, plus 1 into 100 is 100, plus 2 into 10 gives you 20, plus 3 into 1 gives 3. So 1000 plus 100 plus 20 plus 3 is expanded form of 1, 1, 2, 3. Now you want to write expanded form of 23.7. Here decimal point is there, right? Decimal point is there. As in the beginning of the lecture I told you that 1 upon 10 is read as, we can read this as 10th place. we can read it as 10th place. THS is there, not tens. We remember it is not tens place, it is 10th place. THS is there. In the beginning of the lecture I told you that 1 upon 100 is read as hundredths place. 1 upon 1000 is read as thousands. So here 3 is at ones place, 2 is at tens place, and 7 is at which place? 7 is at tenths place. THS, tenths place. Okay. So let me write the place value of this 7. Okay, place value of 7. Place value of this 7. Why I am writing the place value of this 7? Because it is written after the decimal point. Place value of 7 is 7 multiplied by 1 upon 10. Why 1 upon 10? Why I am multiplying this 7 with 1 upon 10? Because 7's place value is tenths, and I know you know that 1 upon 10 is read as tenths place. That is why I am writing here 1 upon 10. Now when you multiply it, your answer will be 7 upon 10, and 7 upon 10 can be written as 0.7. It can be written as 0.7. So when we expand 23.7, 2 is at which place? 3 is at ones place, right? 2 is at tens place, and 7 is at tens place. THS, tens place. So 2 multiply with tens place means it will multiply with 10 plus 3 is at ones place, so 3 will multiply with 1, then plus 7 is at tens place, so 7 will be multiplied with 1 upon 10. So 23.7 is equals to 2 into 10 is 20 plus 3 into 1 is 3 plus 7 into 1 is 7 upon 10. Now 23.7 is equals to 20 plus 3 plus 0.7. So this is how we write any number in expanded form. This is how we write any number in expanded form. Now part B. The given number is 528.13. We want to write this 528.13 as expanded form. So let me write the place values first. 8 is at ones place, 2 is at tens place, 5 is at hundreds place. Hundreds place. Here 1 and 3 is written in decimal part, means 1 is at 10th place, 10th place, and 3 is at hundredth place. Right? These are the places of these are the places of digits in the number. Now 528.13. 5 is at hundreds place, so 5 will multiply it with 100 plus 2 is at tens place, so 2 will get multiplied with 10 plus 8 is at ones place, so 8 will get multiplied with 1. then plus 1 is at 10th place. So 1 will get multiplied with 1 upon 10. As 1 upon 10 we read it as 10th, plus 3 is at 100th place. So 3 will get multiplied with 1 upon 100. Now 528.13 is equals to 5 into 100 is 500 plus 2 into 10 is 20 plus 8 into 1 is 8. Now 1 upon 10, I told you that how we can write 1 upon 10 in decimal form. We can write it like 0.1 plus 3 into 1 is 3 upon 100. Plus 20 plus 8 plus 0.1 plus 3 upon 100 means 0.03. So this is the expanded form of the given number. I hope the remaining you can try by yourself. I have give you 2 examples. I have explained you 2 questions. The remaining C, D, E, F, G, H, try by your own. The remaining questions, that is 3 and 4, we will cover in our next lecture, in our coming lectures. Till then, try to read more decimal numbers and write their number names. Okay. Bye students.